All right. Recording is in progress. Happy anniversary to Alvin, who is starting his second year with us. Third year with us. Oh my gosh. And Susanna is starting her second year. She joined in January of last year, and Joan is starting her third year with us. So if you guys see them, say happy anniversary. Birthdays celebrating this month. We've got our very own Ryan Smith on the 12th, and Kurt, who is not on the call, but part of our company, Kurt Clemens. His birthday is January 31st. So happy birthday to them. And we want to also welcome new agents. Hey, MK. One of our new agents right there. One of our other new agents is Alan. And but our newest new agent is Anne Marie Hodges. She came to us from another brokerage here in town. She's fantastic. She's starting a staging company. So as you guys get into winter listings and spring listings and summer listings, know that we'll have a resource. If you want staging for your property, you can talk to Anne Marie about that. Yeah, last quarter we had a challenge called the fourth quarter challenge. It was to close at least $1 million in business. It was to attract at least one agent and sign up for an MLS committee. And we had one person tick all of those boxes. And that was Miss Ashley Smith. Whoa! Winning cash and prizes of $500 paid in rice-a-roni. Look at how excited she is. Say a few words, Ashley.
Oh, thank you. That's so cool. I'm so excited.
Yay. No, really, I was going to present you with a check today, but I closed the office. So
I see it. No, that's why you did it. I get it. That's fine.
You know how that goes. Congratulations, Ashley.
Thank
you guys have worked so hard, and I really appreciate your presence at the office and all of the things that you're doing for yourselves and for Community Realty. So thank you very much, and congratulations on your win. We are going to be rolling out a first quarter challenge. I was going to roll that out today. However, that was not in the cards. So be checking our Community Realty Facebook page for updates on things that are going on in the company. So we will talk a little bit more about the first quarter challenge coming up. We will continue to have that benchmark though. Our benchmark for closings is to close $1 million. Close $1 million in each quarter, and you're going to have a stellar year. So one will be to close $1 million. The other thing, I'm only going to have two things this because we got to start slow. So we'll only have two requirements for this first quarter challenge. One of them will be close $1 million. So get started on that. I think you guys all are started on that. So that's good. Everybody's got deals in process. It's great fun. Kelly has a hard time keeping track of everything these days. We used to know all the closings right off the top of our heads. And now we're like, wait, what? We've got so many deals going on. So that's really exciting for us. All right, let's talk real quick. I just want to remind you guys, we are starting our calendar year cap right now. For those of you that are new agents, you've started this January with the calendar year cap. For those of you that are used to an anniversary cap, we've got kind of a funky year for you. So just keep up with that. We're going to be keeping track of it for you. By next January, we'll all be starting from the same start line, and it's going to be super exciting to see how we encourage each other and bring each other to that awesome cap point where we get to start making 100% of our commission. Year in review for the company. Wow. I cannot believe how great we did. Now, most of you know I was out of production for the majority of last year. Because I was on leave, and then when I came back, I just didn't have a lot of time to do production. So even without my normal pretty good numbers, we closed $24 million last year, which is about $7 more million than we closed in 2020. So congratulations to you guys. Our top selling agents of the year were Ms. Danny Fairman, woo! Kelly Kelly Garrett, woo! And Narmeen Shango, not currently present, but woo! So thank you guys for all of your efforts. We had so many great producers. I can't wait to see whose names are going to be on the top this coming year. I think it's going to be different. So we've got some really great things happening. With that, I am going to let our managing broker, Ms. Kelly Garrett, take over the training portion of our session today. She's got some things to share with you about brokerment. Take it away, Kelly Garrett.
Thanks. So, especially as we keep growing so big, I'm going to continue to encourage / hound you to get very familiar and really utilize brokerment to the utmost of its ability. Okay. As Jen said, we can't keep all of these straight in our head any longer. So I really lean on what brokerment tells me. So one of the first things I want to share with you, and I think everyone can now see my brokerment screen, correct? Yes? Okay. So in this navigation on the left-hand side under user, the top one, notifications, everyone should have this, I believe. And if you click on that, it will go in there and it will tell you what you're getting like notified on. So this top one, tasks due, daily summary, really important for you guys to have turned on because that's going to help you stay on track in your transaction. So I built the checklist to really be time sensitive and to give you awareness of what should be typically happening at that point in your transaction. So that tasks due being on and those notifications should really help you keep on top of things. So if everyone after the meeting can go out to their brokerment account and make sure that is on, I would greatly appreciate it. The other thing that is going to be really important is that you are uploading checklists and documents as you go through your transaction. Please don't schedule a closing and then upload every single document. Okay, because again, I don't have foresight to it unless it is in, and you can see this is what I go into, transactions, and then I see everybody's transactions. So this is what was closed last month. I can go into what's closing this week, and I can do various things with that. But I don't know what's going on with your transaction unless it's out there. The other thing that is really important, let me go back into this one of mine. So please, again, create your transactions right off the bat. 2, make sure you're uploading your documents right off the bat. Make sure you're adding your checklists right off the bat. And when you upload stuff, it's really important to go to this action tab and submit for review. If you don't submit those for review, I don't get them. And I don't know what's going on with your file because once that gets submitted, I get a notification every day that I have documents to approve, and that takes me to this screen. So these are really the documents that I'm in the files that I'm paying attention to, right? Because these I know need my attention. So that's the second big thing, upload and submit for review. It's 2. The other thing, and I probably don't have any of these in my transaction because I know when I'm messing up myself, so I don't really usually write myself notes. But sorry, let me get back here. So when something comes up, and let's say this was in red for some reason, I will usually in the comment section tell you why it was rejected. Okay. So my other big thing is make sure you're paying attention to the comment section so you know what I'm asking you to create or to fix, excuse me, because a lot of times people will resubmit the same mistake 2 and 3 times, which means I'm going into a document 2 and 3 times to tell you it's still not fixed. So please don't waste my time. Please don't waste your time. Pay attention to the comment section. The comment section is also very important when you are asking for an exemption. For instance, if you aren't using that one buyer form this is a listing, so I don't have it, where like if they're writing over or, you know, they're willing to go over appraisal, that one sheet that we have in the buyer checklist. If you're asking for an exemption on that, just write in this comment section, NA. If you don't have a page 4 seller disclosure because you only had 2 pages, you know, you're working with an out of area broker and they only use a 2-page disclosure form, I'm not going to remember that from when I approved that before. So just note that in there. So using the comment section is very important. The other really handy feature is this document section, again, under assets. And this gives you an overview of every file that is in every checklist that you currently have uploaded for that file. And it will tell you, right? So here you can tell, like I'm missing the bottom line side on this one, right? So this gives you an overall view of that transaction and what you're missing. So especially as you're going into scheduling closing and stuff, really important to go in there and make sure you have everything taken care of before you go to closing, so you don't miss a document that needs signatures or something. The other thing, we have talked and we have started to issue fines for people who aren't giving us notice of a closing coming up or getting their files turned in after a closing in a timely fashion. And so again, one of the things we started to use probably middle of the year last year, again, I can go in and filter and see what's closing this week. So in general, I'll post those on the Facebook community page, family page. I forgot to this week, but again, this is my truest form of notification. I had an agent last week email me on Monday, and by Thursday or Friday when he hit his closing, I forgot all about it and the file wasn't here. So like all of a sudden it's like, hey, I turned in the check. I'm like, what check? What are you talking about? You had a closing this week? Because I don't remember from day to day with all the different agents and all the different files. So if you are going into your file, so let me just go into this one since it's brought up. I apologize, whoever this is. If you go into the edit file and you make sure that this closing date is up to date. Okay, so if you're supposed to be closing on January 6th and then January 3rd comes around and you realize you're not going to be closing, push this out for another week or whatever you know it is, because then that will fall on my filter for the next week. Okay, so that's a very important piece to make sure that you have in here. And when I have this open, this part right here, I've had a couple of questions on this, the percentage of what your commission is based on. So if you're getting 2.5% on your side of the deal, that's where you would note this. If you're taking all 6% or all 7% or whatever, you know, because you've got both sides or whatever, then that's the number that needs to be in here. But if you only have one side, I don't need to know what the total is, because that's a number that's going to help me calculate your commissions. Okay, so all of these are important. This other one, the amount commission is based on, that really pretty much only comes into play is if you have sellers concessions that have been negotiated, that the commissions will be based on the sale price less seller commission. So if this one was going to have 3% seller commission, or let's make it easy, $1,000 in sellers concessions, then the amount the commission based on would not be $150, it would be $149. Okay, again, when I go into the commissions tab, that's how I calculate that. And you guys don't have this on your side, so I'll just show you. This is what the commissions looks like. So, you know, if you haven't added yourself as an agent, then I would go in here and it would bring up pretty much your name because you'd be on the file. But this is the formula that I go in and calculate. So it will tell me like what the price is up at the top, but I do go back into the edit feature to check. So really important going forward that you make sure that your closing dates are correct so that I truly have notification, because it's on my radar then. The only other caveat with that then beyond the actual closing date here is if it is a listing, then you have to edit it and turn it to, so this must be a buyer file. Oh no, you're already pending. Okay, so So if this was a listing, when this is a listing, it won't come up. Now watch, I'll go back to the transactions and it won't come up now because it's still noted as a listing and not a pending. So if you have a listing after inspections, no later than after appraisal, please make sure you edit that file. Jen, what was the name of that street? What? You're muted.
Mary, 20955 Mary.
All right, Mary. I'll go back in and switch it. So yeah, you would just go in here and switch it to pending and confirm if there's no seller's concessions or what they are. And then again, that will come back up on my radar. Okay, so those are the two important things to make sure so that I know you have a file closing. Let's see, we got that. One of the other things we have run into a couple of times last month, but over the course of the things, when you're creating a new transaction, create new, it automatically defaults to listing. So if you have a buyer side, please, when you're creating a transaction, be aware of that and pull down this little guy and you enter it as a pending. Okay. That throws our numbers off when we're trying to run stats on what is a listing and what's a buyer. Confuses the heck out of me when I'm going to run commissions and it's done different ways. So that's really important. Couple more little reminders. Let's see, let's go back into this one. Sorry, Jen, I'm just picking on your file. Not that there's anything wrong with it.
Of
One
course
of the things
there's not.
too, so this one doesn't have a form in it, but if you have a file that's uploaded that is not digitally protected, you can send it for, you can set it up in here to send it out for signatures. So I don't have a good example right now, but it's very easy if you have a file in there that is already uploaded, that you can send it out for signatures in this thing. So just kind of a reminder for that's a good feature. The other thing on your top line, top couple up here, the pipeline. Now, mine shows everything going on in the company, so this is not really helpful for me. But for you, all of your deals that are listed in here, you'll have a kind of an idea of where you're at with what's going on with your pipeline and where you've been in the past and stuff like that. So that's kind of a nice little feature to plug into. And then on the dashboard, Jen had this update in here with some key numbers. I added to that this morning. So we now have Jen's cell number, Jen's email, my cell number, my email, in case you need it. The broker number, the GLAR broker number, and the NADS number is out here. So those are just important things to find. And then the library, I think, is going to be one of the last things I need to talk about. But the library has great things. It's got pretty much all the forms and documents are out here. You've got brokerment brokerment tips out there. There are training things out here, the logos and all of the standards for the logo are out here. The social media tips and tricks that Jen had been doing are out here. So the library is an important thing to keep checking in on. And then, of course, and I'll pick on my own transaction this time. Of course, again, right, when you're either in documents or when you're in any of the checklists, or if you're even looking at, I don't think I can get back to mine, so I'm gonna have to pick on Jen's. If it's in red, it means the checklist protocols think you're missing something. So if your file is in red when you're in brokerment, something's amiss, my friends. And it, you know, if you can't figure it out, please text me, give me a call or whatever, and I'll help you figure it out. But we don't like red files. And if you look at the transactions, even the ones that were closed last month, there's a whole lot of red. So that means I'm chasing down you guys to get files that need to be uploaded and whatever needs to happen with them. So please just really use brokerment as the tool it's meant to be, and we'll have a great year. That's it.
Thank you so much, Kelly. I appreciate you We appreciate Kelly. She has a thankless job, God knows.
Yeah, writing you guys checks is not like, I mean, I'm glad for you, but
she works hard and she really helps us stay organized, and we appreciate that so very much. So try and make sure that you're getting on Brokerment when you have active files at least once or twice a day to make sure that you're on track. Those checklists are amazing. They will, especially for you new guys, they will really help you stay on track in your transaction and know exactly where you are and what the next step is. And if you come to a step and you're like, I have no idea what that is, guess what you can do? You can call me, you can call Kelly, you can call our next contestant, Danny Fairman, who is our agent advancement coordinator and head of our training and mentor program. So I'm going to actually let Danny talk just a minute about the new training and mentor program that we started in the fall of last year and how that's going and how that works with us. So with that being said, Danny, take it away.
Hi, thank you. So I don't really have anything like special to say, but I try to work around our newer agent schedules to make sure that everybody can come to the sessions. Sometimes it doesn't always work that way when there's multiple people in the class. And with GLAR training and all of that, it gets a little mixed up sometimes. So I've been trying to record also, which ends up being a super boring video to share. So I got to find a way to spice things up. But I would like to open up the training sessions to anybody who feels like they might want to polish something up. So the next sessions that we're doing, we're going to be focusing on our listing appointments. And I just realized half of me is cut off. So we're going to be going over all the forms. So if you feel like you're not 100% confident on what exactly everything in the listing contract means, I would say come to the session. Most likely it'll be Zoom, so you can not show your face, not, shower, do whatever you want. But that way you can feel confident when you meet with your clients to go over, hey, this is what this means. These people don't read this stuff every day. They don't speak our language. So it's great if you can explain everything to them. And if they have questions, you have that information with you. So if you're interested, I'd love to open it up to anybody who wants to come. I'll start posting it on our Facebook page, what is coming up and when it is. So if you want to log in, you can absolutely log in. I also share some of the things that I use, some of the tips and tricks and paperwork that isn't necessarily required by Jen and Kelly, but they are tools that have helped me with my clients and my transactions and staying organized, because when you have like 5 transactions going at one time, it can be super confusing. So I can share some of those with you if you feel like that's something, and I would love to learn from you guys on what your tips and tricks are too. But yeah, so I'd love to open it up. We cover, so next is listing. We went over buyer stuff, but I'll be hitting that again. So if that's something you're interested in, feel free to reach out to me and just say, hey, when you hit this topic, shoot me a message. I'd love to come in. Even if I don't cover that topic currently, that might be something that I want to add to the sessions, because if that's something somebody's struggling with, let's add it in there, because the goal is that we are the best agents in, the industry and GLAR especially. So, we want to look like we have all the info and that we know what we're doing. So that's my goal at least. But yeah, so that's it. So if you're interested, feel free. I'm having fun. This is our first round, so I could be sucking big time at it and I don't know it, but we'll see. But yeah, and if you're interested in being a mentor, I know, talk to Jen. We could use them, because right now it's just me, Kelly, and Jen, and I think there's other people that would be really great at it. So that would help a ton, I think, and that would help with recruiting too, I think.
So one caveat I'm going to say with the mentors is it's really important that you're versed in brokerment. So if you're an agent who has a lot to offer, but brokerment you're having some issues with, again, come in and get some additional training from one of the three of us so that you can step up into that role, because we'd be glad to have you.
And I'm gonna do a training on brokerment. I started to touch base on it Monday,
Mhm.
but I think it got, I had covered such a heavy topic right before that I think it started to get a bit much, so we pulled back. So I'm gonna do a 1-day session completely on brokerment. So if there's anybody that's like, oh, this
Yeah.
is just not my strong suit, come to the class. I'll try to make it as interesting and fun as possible. It's probably the most boring part of our job, but it's the most important, right?
It's how we get paid. So yeah, Brian
Right.
is an expert in brokerment. He loves to handle brokerment for the Smith team.
I can do it.
She couldn't hear you. You
Oh.
were mute. What'd you say?
No, I can just, I can teach all the classes. That's okay.
I figured you
volunteer.
would. I figured you would.
I was trying to keep it together over here because right before you started talking to him, I accidentally spit Felicity up on myself, and he was laughing hysterically when you called him out. So
Awesome. So yeah, guys, any trainings, and we'll start publicizing. Again, we really are trying to make the Community Realty Facebook family page your center for communication. It's just easier to pop videos up there and pop quick messages up there that everybody can see. So be checking that frequently. We will send out text messages and emails if there's important stuff that we're just trying to reach everybody. It's hard. We have a lot of information in our industry, a lot of stuff that we're responsible for. And we want you guys to feel confident and up to date. And we want to get information out to you. It's just hard to know how to reach everybody. Facebook seems to be a nice, easy place we can at least direct everybody to. So you don't have to read a long email, or you can click on a video, or you can read a little summary. But yeah, definitely if you're interested in mentoring, please get in touch with me. We are going to have a meeting about that later this month. And I would love to see some people. Also, if you're not quite ready for a mentor role, but you would love to take a newer agent out on a showing or to a listing appointment that you have, it is great for them to see other people in action. We all do things so differently because we're different people. And if Mary Catherine can come with me on a showing and a listing appointment and see how I do it, and then she goes with Ashley and Ryan on a showing and a listing appointment, she'll see they do things a little bit differently, and it will help her be okay with her own unique way of doing things, but also get ideas from all of us. So if you have showings or listing appointments that you wouldn't mind having one of our newer agents like Alan, Mary Catherine, or Kirsten, those are our 3 brand new baby agents, post it in the Facebook group and say, hey, I'd love to have a shadow. I'm going out this day and time. And then they can hook up with you and sync up, and just, it's extra training for them. And it's good for you because it really will help you sharpen your game as well. So that's my little spiel there. Kelly, can we make an announcement about a new thing?
I think we should make an announcement, Jen.
So Kelly and I did a thing. We're starting a title company. So starting a little bit later this month, our title company is opening. We have partnered with a company called ProLiant. So don't worry. We have like really heavy hitters on the back end of our title company to do all the heavy lifting for us. What this will do for us as a company, one, just give us a little bit more exposure to our market, but also help us service our clients better. I don't know how you guys have felt about title service the last couple of years. For me, it's been so frustrating. But with us having our own title company and a place that we can service our clients, It will allow us to give faster service, better service, and you'll only have one point of contact. And you'll always know who that person is. So we are super duper excited to launch Clear Title. We just got our logo finalized today. So we'll be,
Hang
can you,
on. I
can you show
can.
'em? She's
Yeah,
gonna
hang
pull it
on.
up and share it on her screen. And then on the 18th of this month, Kelly, myself, and Jessica, who's down there on the bottom at the iDrive Academy, we're going to training. Jessica's going to be our primary point of contact. She's going to be working up the files. She's going to be an escrow officer. Both Kelly and I will also be escrow officers. However, primarily we'll be working with Jessica to start. And then as we continue to grow and bring more business in, we'll start adding other staff. But right here is our logo for Clear Title. And yeah, we'll be able to take live orders starting that week of the 17th. So if you guys have listings that are coming up or buyers that are coming up, yes, Danny Fairman.
Are the Kardashians gonna be really pissed that you used a K? Just wondering.
It's for Kelly.
Do they own K? Do they
Maybe.
own the letter? Wasn't aware. Oh no, infringement. Yeah, we used a K. We use a K. Our website will be gocleartitle.com. We're finishing up those details this afternoon as well, trying to just get through lots and lots of setup stuff. We will be housed in our office on the second floor. We have that rear entrance that'll technically be the entrance to the title company. However, we'll be closing at our office in the two conference rooms on the first floor. So we are just really excited to be able to just add this level of service that those of you that have closed a lot of transactions in the last 12 months, I don't know anybody that hasn't been really frustrated with our partner. And it's, you know, I don't think you're free to use whatever title company you want to use and who you feel comfortable with. Clear Title will be our first company that is part of our 4 streams. That 4th stream, the expansion stream or the development stream, where you guys will actually be earning profit share from the title company as you grow in your real estate careers as well. So we are just super excited to be able to offer this to everybody and learn something new and start something new. So yeah, I think that is our big announcement of the day. We thank you guys so much. Does anybody have any questions? Does anybody have any concerns? Does anybody have any fun stories that they were just dying to share today? I'm hearing crickets. So
Oh, there he is. No. I
That's
just
my
real
parakeet.
quickly.
You're hearing my
Mary
parakeet.
Catherine, there she is.
I heard the birds. I knew someone had birds. I
Kelly.
said, I know it's not the bats in my belfry from 3 hours of GLAR training prior to this training. But I just want to give a shout out to Danny for her training and for all that she's done and her demeanor, her professionalism, her kindness. The same with Ashley, who has been in the office and answers questions so willingly and so never seems to be disturbed by any request for assistance. What came with me on my first showing. So thank you to everybody for sure, but for those two in particular, you've done a great job and I appreciate it a lot. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Mary Catherine.
Oh, no,
Yay.
thank you. That's a great team.
We do have a pretty great team. I will not lie. Normally the office is open right now. I would ask if you guys are coming to the office and you are not vaccinated or are concerned, please feel free to wear a mask. And if you would like, we have masks at the office too. If you need one there, that's fine. We want everyone to feel comfortable. We want everyone to get the things that they need. It's crazy times. My dad has COVID. I think my mom has COVID right now down in Texas because it's like a wildfire down there. Caleb just tested positive for COVID. So this one is going fast. The good news about Omicron so far seems that it's not as devastating as the other one. So I'm hoping that holds true. Caleb's feeling fine today. So hopefully we can all weather this storm together, but we would love to see you guys at the office. We're definitely open and excited to be doing lots of business. So, but also we'll be continuing to do stuff on Zoom so that we can do what's best for us. Everybody's got to navigate their own way right now, and that can be hard. We want you to feel comfortable and supported however you choose to do that, okay? All right. Have an amazing January, guys. We will see you around the office. If you have questions, if you need anything, please contact me. Oh, I did want to say, normally in December, I do goal setting sessions with agents that are interested. I didn't have a chance to do that this year with all the crazy things that have been happening in my life on my personal side. However, I do want to open up goal sessions. So I'm going to send out a link for you guys to schedule if you want to sit down one-on-one with me and talk about what your goals are for 2022 and how we can help support you to get there even better. Okay, so take it easy. Have a great day. Stay inside. It's kind of gross out. I'll see you later. Bye.